And good morning. It's your friendly neighborhood Tirronan, and yes, I am a little under the weather today. Alright, so it has come time to kick off the Battle of Bunker Hill. Now, the reason I've stopped there is because the Minutemen are built up to a point where they can start taking care of themselves. The job's not quite finished yet, but doing pretty darn well. I need those settlements to grow a little bit more,
This is Radio Freedom, voice
but
of the
they're powerful
Minutemen.
enough.
It's 6 o'clock. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out
And
there.
so we are going to proceed. Now this is the pure Minutemen ending. There's a couple of ways you can play this. You could go turn the Brotherhood into an enemy, and then turn the Institute into an enemy and fight them both off. You could still, at this point, I believe, go and turn yourself into, report to the Brotherhood and fight the Institute. Or you could just take the Institute side and wipe out the railroad.
It's getting dark out there, people. Stay safe. Nothing to report. Stay
And by
safe,
the way,
people.
they'll take care of the Brotherhood too. Alright, so we're going to do the Battle of Bunker Hill. And hopefully, when I tried to do this last time, we ended up with a crash in the middle of doing it. So hopefully that won't happen, because I had to replay it, and then I hit a settler when I was defending the castle, and I had to redo it, and that's not much of a video. So I'm going to try it this way. So we should have 2 major battles for you today, with any luck. And we can take it from there. So if I sound a little under the weather, I am. I have just got up from 12 solid hours of sleeping.
You there, caravan or raider?
I'm here on my own.
Freelance, huh? All right, come on in, but no gunfire.
Stay tuned for
Market's open. You can do as much trading as you like.
Probably don't need to hear the radio right now. Alright. So to kick this thing off, you're supposed to meet a courser, and your job is to kill him.
You must be terminated.
Yeah. Resuming combat operation. Shit!
Bunker Hill is ours.
And as usual with the Brotherhood, they proceed to stick their nose in where it has no business being. I don't think anybody asked them to be involved.
Vigorous exercise.
Who's there?
Did you eat? Can't take it.
Taking fire. Ah! I'm not like this. No.
No, nobody asked you to come here.
Have you found something interesting?
I guess we'll have to see.
Continued hostilities is not advised.
Time to move out smartly.
must be terminated. You are damaging valuable Institute property.
And there's a chance to get your seller some gear and a little bit of lasers never hurt. The Institute stuff is crap. The laser rifles and laser pistols work pretty good.
No one panic!
Is someone present?
Lower limb activity.
Systems.
Lock and load.
We will kill you if we have to. Just leave. Intruder alert! Ah!
Not gonna
They're all over me!
make it.
Safety's off.
I hear you.
Institute safe. Damaged.
You metal motherfuckers.
Aha! Found you.
Down, bitch.
Ah! Leave no and Victoria.
Bunker Hill is ours!
Alright. So having done this, this is the area you want to get into.
What the? Let's do this. That's what you want!
Take it, damn it.
Let's.
Attacking enemy. This is Hank. Assessing damage. Arm excellent.
And I'm stuck here for some reason.
Place is so.
You or me?
Now the turrets will be hostile to you. Killing them doesn't really affect you at all.
I hear you.
Someone do something!
The term is Yahoo.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Thank you for sparing us.
I can't believe you do that for us. Thank you.
Hey there.
You've given us another chance at life. We won't forget it.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
Okay, so now all you have to do is leave. I've checked through the area pretty thoroughly, didn't find anything worth the wait, so. Because I did have to do this twice. Oh my. It's just a day if everything could go wrong, it would go wrong, and shortly thereafter I started getting sick. I was excited.
If you feel you need to, then go ahead.
So, recapping why I normally will not take the Institute. Father, your son Sean, is been raised by the Institute, bought into it, lock, stock, and barrel. They've done horrible things under his watch. Not as horrible as the preceding guy at the watch, apparently, but pretty bad. And then he wants you to carry on his legacy.
Damn it, where'd
And
you
I'm
go?
just not interested in committing atrocities in somebody else's name. Make whatever excuses you want for the Institute. Like trying to make excuses for the gunners.
Got trouble.
Over here.
Alright, so we've done the thing with the gunners. And now we've got to get over here to CIT. There we go. You want to go right to the ruins themselves. And interestingly enough, when you tell them, which will come up here, when you tell the guy, I want out. I'm not going to do anything to you. I just want out. We can't do this anymore. And his answer is to immediately attack you and the Minutemen. I was like, you've got to be kidding. I've got turned around here a few times. The simplest and easiest way to do this is follow this every time, and it will get you where you need to go. Unless you want to hunt greenskins.
Movement detected. Curious.
Out. Somewhere.
There are plenty of greenskins in the building to fight if you want to.
By order of the Institute.
But there's lots of sense in there too. So I figured letting them play with each other and keeping one another entertained is a great use of their time. And I'm going to confess, this part of it is one of my favorite things of the whole series.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Your unconditional love is overwhelming. I think I need a moment.
I can accept that you're offended. You must understand, though. I have had no love to feel. We have been strangers until now, you and I. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
This is science to you? It's pathetic, all of it.
I'm sorry you see it that way. Perhaps in time you'll see it differently. Soon, I hope. I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Why? Why would you do something so stupid?
It was the right thing to do, Sean.
There's no moral choice to be made here. This was such a simple task. I just don't understand. I know you're capable of handling yourself. How can I expect you to represent the Institute if this sort of thing continues?
I don't want to be involved in this, Sean. I want out.
After all this, after everything you've seen, all that you've learned, you're just going to walk away?
I can't do it, Sean. I can't be a part of this anymore.
I am very sorry to hear that. I had hoped we could be something like a family again. I hoped you shared our vision for the future. I'm afraid there's no room for sentimentality, Father. If you are not with us, then you are against us. Whatever you do going forward, do not interfere with the Institute's plans. I hope you can find some amount of peace.
I dreamed of you as an adult for so long. Here you are. And I'm so disappointed.
Goodbye, Father.
I don't think so. Okay, so what you needed to do is, at this point, go to Desdemona and tell her what happened. And the reason I did not contract Patriot and get the synths involved is they get discovered and they get killed when you do this. And I'm not interested in causing needless casualties. All right.
Working with compartmentalized information is a difficult transition for new agents.
Bad news. They kicked me out of the Institute. I can't get back in.
God damn it. We knew the whole operation was a long shot. I'm sure you did your best. At this point, we're done. Our only chance to do anything in the Institute was contacting Patriot.
I was hoping for better news than that.
I don't know what to tell you. Ham's already crunched the numbers on this eventuality. Without help, the Railroad simply doesn't have the numbers to do anything to the Institute. To forcibly free the synths in the Institute, you need an army. There may be a way. Not with us, but with your Minutemen. If you continue rebuilding them, you'd have that army. Then with the data you got using Tom's holotape, maybe they can find a way back into the Institute. If we can help with that, let us know. But I fear the fate of all the synths lie with the Minutemen now.
Alright, so that part's done. Let's go ahead and go talk to Preston Garvey.
Yes?
General? I've made my choice. The Institute is now our enemy.
I always knew that day was coming. The question now is, what are we gonna do about it?
I say we attack. Take the fight to the Institute.
I'm all for that, but we don't have any way to hit them yet. You should give Sturgis that holotape with the Institute data on it. With any luck, he can use it to find someone.
Hell yeah.
I like the colors on this comic book. They're very bright.
I have a feeling this story isn't gonna end well.
Alright, there's Sturgis.
I'm busy.
Here's a holotape I happen to have. Full scan of the Institute network.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
We need a way to bring the fight to them.
Let's hope we got something we can use. Well, they sure aren't gonna fall for that teleport hijacker trick twice. Even if it wasn't a smoking pile of scrap metal. All the good stuff on here is gonna be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Okay, so we're done with that. Now, we need to turn on the radio, because I'm pretty sure I know what's coming next.
Mama Murphy's as good as her word, kid. No more chems. And no more...
Bad news. The Institute has been scouting the castle. Looks like they're getting ready for a major attack. If they can knock out the castle, it could set us back to square one. We can't let that happen again. I've sent word for
It's 2
all
o'clock in
available
the
Minutemen
afternoon
to
here at
rally at the
Radio
castle.
Freedom.
We've got to win this one.
This message is for the General. We've spotted hostile forces scouting near the castle and request your presence.
Glad you made it in time, General. I guess we're about to find out if these new Minutemen really have what it takes.
Broadcasting
We've
all
seen
day,
a lot of
all
those
across the
Institute
Commonwealth.
crow things sniffing around.
Nothing new to report.
Looks like they're getting ready to
Tuned here
try to
from
take us
Minutemen
out.
Alerts.
We've called in volunteers, so we aren't short of people. We'll see how these greenhorns do in a real battle. I'm feeling pretty good about our defenses, but it sure wouldn't hurt for you to take a look around and shore up any weak points you see.
This is Radio Freedom with a breaking report from the castle. Institute synths are moving on our position. This is not a drill. All available Minutemen in the area, please move in to reinforce. We have a swarm of attackers approaching from South Boston.
We may not be alone.
I hear you.
Find them.
Two enemies have been dispatched.
Let's do it.
Sorry. Should have just run.
Incoming attackers from the southwest.
Make every shot count!
Hostile sensor reading. Detected.
Institute forces have just teleported on our location.
Why are you hiding? Please reveal yourself to me. Nothing. Perhaps my sensors need calibration.
I think I got something over here.
Got company!
Here they come!
Incoming attackers from the southwest.
I hear you.
Shutting down.
Institute forces have just teleported on our location.
Anything the Institute can throw at us.
And then the big four.
Have it your way.
Incoming attackers from the northwest.
Something's out.
Is someone present?
Whoa, you win.
Institute forces have just teleported on our location.
Help me, someone!
You're mine now.
Push.
It's over.
Engaging target. Attacking hostile.
Please stand still.
I'm hit!
Institute forces have just teleported on our location.
Ain't personal. Just you. For me!
Come on. Is that all you got?
Writing this out.
If you'll excuse me.
I believe a sniper has... Yes. That is the right word, yes?
For the Minutemen!
Ha! We broke them!
They won't be back anytime soon.
It was a tough fight, but I knew the Minutemen were up to the challenge.
Is everybody okay?
A lot of blood.
Ronnie's a bit of a legend around the Commonwealth.
You should wash your hands after that. It can be unsanitary to handle the deceased.
If it makes you feel better. I guess I have nothing better to do.
Still the prettiest follower of the Commonwealth. My opinion, of course, but it's the one that counts around here, right?
That'll show them. They'll think twice before attacking the Minutemen after this.
I guess the Institute will think twice before tangling with the Minutemen again. I hear you're working on figuring out how to hit back at those rats. I hope you find a way, and soon. I'd like another crack at them, with the shoe on the other foot this time. I think Preston wanted to talk to you. Maybe he has some good news.
It's time for us to strike back against the Institute.
I have some good news for
rough.
you.
A
Sturge
couple
has found
times
a
there,
way
I
into
thought
the
we might
Institute.
not do it.
We
You
can
did
launch an
good.
attack
Better
whenever
than
you say
good.
the word. I've got something a bit different for you. Our scouts have found a promising spot for a new settlement. Once you clear it out, set up a radio beacon to let settlers know about it. Before you know it, we'll have a thriving new farm instead of wasteland. We'll take back the Commonwealth, one piece at a time.
Okay, so that part of this is now done. We have defended the castle. We have won the Battle of Bunker
Listen
Hill.
up, kiddies.
We've made an enemy of the
Institute thought they
Institute.
could
We have
push us
defended the
around,
castle
and we
against the
showed them
Institute.
different. Next
And
time, we're going to be taking the fight to them, and we'll see
the
how
next
they'll
part
like it.
is
But
invading
we
the
don't have time to
Institute.
sit
So
around
this looks to me like a
congratulating
great
ourselves.
place to go
We're
ahead
the
and stop
Minutemen,
for the night.
gold darn it.
And
that means
put
we
this up
always
for
gotta be
tomorrow.
ready for the next
And
fight. Let's
I
get
hope you
back to
appreciate
it,
it.
people.
I hope you like it. And I hope that you will subscribe. Y'all have a great day.
This is Radio Freedom with an after-battle report for the people of the Commonwealth. We've defeated the Institute forces, and they are retreating. You can rest assured we've got smoke at a friendly
I said
target.
that, and I'm
Canceling
trying to
fire
stop
mission.
this. There we go.